What's going on, everyone? I'm Rhett Shull. Welcome back to another video. Today we're doing a really interesting head-to-head. We're comparing a solid body guitar to its semi-hollow counterpart. What we have here are two Novo guitars. This is my personal Novo Ceres J. I've owned it for almost 2 years now. And this is the brand new Novo Miras J. Basically the thin line version of this guitar. They're both pine bodies. They're both P90 guitars. They both have mastery bridges and trims on them. Both rosewood fretboards, both maple necks. Both guitars have the same switching layout. The main differences are in the pickups. These are Fralin P90s, mine are Amalfitano P90s, and obviously the body construction. Okay, before we go any further, I want to quickly talk about the sponsor of today's video, and that is DistroKid. DistroKid is an online music distribution company for artists and musicians to distribute your original music and your covers to all of the different streaming and music purchasing platforms. That's Spotify, that's Apple Music, iTunes. And for 20 bucks a year, you can upload an unlimited number of songs through their service. If you sign up through the link in the description box down below, you'll not only be supporting my channel, but you'll also get 7% off your first annual fee. So huge thanks to DistroKid for sponsoring today's video. Without further ado, let's take a look at our signal chain. For today's comparison, we're going to be using a divided by 13 FTR 37 with the matching 212 cab. The cabinet features a Celestion Alnico Gold and a G12H30. It's loaded in my homemade ISO box, and those speakers are mic'd up with a Shure SM57 and an MD421 from Sennheiser. Starting off, I'm only going to be using a little reverb from the Strymon Big Sky, and that's it. So let's get started. Okay, so I think there's a pretty big difference between these two guitars. Now, obviously because they are different pickups by different manufacturers, that plays a pretty significant role. But there's more going on here than just the two different pickups. So I just weighed these two guitars and I will show you the weights now. But the thin line came in right in the high 6-pound range, whereas my Ceres J came in about 1.5 pounds heavier. So the weight is definitely going to impact the sound and resonance of the instrument, but more so than that, it really affects the feel. both when you're actually standing up with one of these on your shoulder. The lighter guitar is obviously easier to play on a long cover gig or something like that. But this guitar, because it is lighter and because it is semi-hollow, it is a lot more resonant than the Ceres J. And in my mind, that makes me play the guitar differently. It feels different than the Ceres. You know, the Ceres J is definitely a little hotter, and I think that is attributed to the different pickups, but it also has a little more attack and a little more bite to it. This guitar feels more direct to me, whereas the Thin Line kind of opens up, it blooms. It feels honestly more like an acoustic guitar does, where the note is not quite as immediate. It's not there as soon as you touch the string. It almost takes like a split second to develop and open up. And that's not a good or bad thing, it's just different. So in my mind, I end up playing these two guitars differently. I think both of these guitars sound amazing. The Maris has more top-end clarity to it, and I think a big part of that is the Fralin P90s versus the Amalfitanos. The Amalfitanos are hotter, they're a little darker, a little more low mid-range, kind of more growl. They hit the amp a little harder. Okay, so we've heard the two guitars clean. Let's kick on a little overdrive and hear them with some dirt. Okay, so there you go. Solid body versus thin line. Let me know which one you preferred in the comments section down below, or could you even really hear a difference? Big thanks to Dennis Fano and the whole team at Novo Guitars for sending me the brand new Miris to check out. Unfortunately, I can't keep this one. It's got to go to its new home, whoever that is, but whoever ends up with this guitar, I'm pretty jealous. I'm not gonna lie. This is a good one. If you'd like to support the channel, be sure to check out the links in the description box down below. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram at Rhett Shull so you can stay up to date with everything that's going on in my musical world. Also, let me know what you want to see next in these head-to-head videos. That's going to do it for today. Thanks for watching. I'm Rhett Shull, and remember, there is no plan B.